I'm recording and I don't have my phone for the music. What am I thinking? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to the last track off of Genesis Trespass, The Knife, of course released in 1970. Can I just say really quick that Trespass, this album, has been very surprising for me because looking for someone, the first song on the album, it's okay. I saw like a lot of potential in that track, but it just seemed to like move kind of too quick from one set piece to another set piece. But overall, the rest of the album is pretty good. This could be a favorite from them. Not that I've heard a lot of their albums, but this is up there. I'm very impressed with the quality. I've heard a lot of good things about The Knife. I've heard that it's their heaviest song, so that's the part that most interests me because I don't know if it's going to be like their heaviest song. Like, is it like very metal? Like, is it like just very chaotic in its nature? I don't know. But of course, thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking with me throughout the album listen. Of course, you can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. Let's do it. This is The Knife by Genesis.
To begin, tell me that I'm a hero. Promise me all of your violent dreams, light up your body with anger. Now, in the sunny world, it's time to destroy this evil. Now, when I give a word, get ready to fight for your freedom. Now, stand up and fight, for you know we are right. We must strike at the lies that will spread like disease through our minds. We'll have power, every soldier will rest, and we spread out our kindness to all who our love now deserve. Some of you are going to die, martyrs of God to the freedom that I shall provide. I'll give you the names of those you must kill, all must die with their children, carry their heads to the palace of old, hang them high, let the blood flow. Now in the sunny world, break all the chains around us. Now the crusade has begun, give us a land with the heroes now. Stand up and fight, for you know we are right. We must strike at the lies that have spread like disease through our minds. Soon we'll have power, every soldier will rest, and we'll spread out our kindness to all who our love now deserve. Some of you are going to die, martyrs of course to the freedom that I shall provide.
I was expecting that to go on a lot longer, actually. I should have paid more attention to the time. That was like a quick ending to a really nice song. I gotta admit, the things that surprised me the most were Anthony on the guitar and Peter singing. I love his delivery. That's what really caught me off guard, rather. Really in the beginning. How quickly paced he delivers the verses, especially in the beginning. Like, he just machine gunned it. That was really cool to hear him doing that. But then the guitar. I mean, we have to talk about the guitar from Anthony. And I don't know if, like, Anthony's, like, underrated maybe, but, I mean, he put in a lot of work, of course, throughout the whole album. But in this song, some of the riffs that he comes up with, especially, actually, with Tony doing the organ and kind of doubling in some parts to make it even heavier, were really well done. The playing was fantastic. I liked hearing some of Mike's bass lines as he plays along as well. And it's interesting when I first proposed the question, how is this song going to be heavy? What kind of heaviness are they going for? And I feel that they still kept their same style that they've actually established throughout the rest of the album. Because whereas the rest of the album more so relies on like more acoustic density, here it's just more amplified density, leaning towards like a classic rock kind of sound. I wouldn't go so far as to say metal, maybe like very early stages of metal, but I would say this sounds a little more classic rock, and then, progressive metal even influence. The solo, the guitar solo that was in, I want to say 3/4 of the way through, really nice, really nice. And that's what I mean, like, Anthony did a great job playing throughout this album, but especially in this song, like he really showed up. And while I still feel that John Mayhew is just a little stiff on drums, I really do like what he was doing with them, especially from the halfway point of this song onwards. That kind of applies to the whole song for me. So this song, from the halfway point onwards, was phenomenal, fantastic, it was great. I'll be the first to admit, the first half I was kind of getting bored. I was like, it's okay. I thought it was okay. Like, this was a really cool break. I mean, how can you not like that? And then the way it comes back in. That's really cool. Yeah. I really like what Banks and Mike are doing, bass and organ rather. That sounds really nice. Like I said, it really retains their overall sound that they've established in the album. It just brings it in a heavier light. And then we have these vocal effects on Peter's voice when he says, some of you are going to die. So it's almost like, I mean, lyrically, it's almost like people are being sent into some sort of battle that may seem like a good cause. But, there's that little darkness, like, some of you are going to die, but it's for a better cause. Yeah, it may be you, it may be you, it may be you, but it's for a better cause. And I like this little setup I'm imagining by Banks before it gets back into the verse. Like, I think there's a lot of cool moments in the first half of the song, but it wasn't like enough for me to be like, oh, I really love this. It was just like, oh, it's fine, it's cool. But it was from this break right here with the organ and then Peter coming in on the flutes. It's from this point onwards that I really, really like the song. From when they're saying we are only wanting freedom, this is when the song became like great. And they even get some sound effects of people saying things are getting out of control. Okay, men fire over their heads, which will come in just a moment here. This is a nice build-up into the next half of the song. You can imagine like a crowd walking towards, maybe it's just recent imagery, but like towards a police line or something. Screaming, chaos. This. Come on, let's go, Anthony. That is such a cool rhythm with the guitar coming out of that rhythm every once in a while to do almost like a little lead, a little solo, before reforming back into it. Give him his due. That is so cool. And even as the foundation underneath him changes, I like how he's just still soloing. Like, this sounds good. And the drumming is fantastic as well. The bass work, the keys underneath. That middle instrumental section is perfect. I would not change a thing about it. And then when Peter cries out here that we have won, it's a nice victorious march. It gets dark just for a brief moment again where he says some of you are going to die. Or maybe some of them at that point have died. So it's a nice little exploration. Musically, really, the guitar does a lot of work here. I'm really impressed by the guitar work and the organ, actually, so much. I just like how it has that nice backdrop. And I use that word a lot specifically with the organ, but I think it's just a nice sound to have in the back to provide a nice ambience that fills not a lot of space, but it has a certain presence in the music that really, to me, elevates everything else up front. As of right now, that's where I'm kind of at on this song, in that it's not my favorite, to be honest. The first half, I wasn't really intrigued. The middle instrumental break was fantastic. The ending was alright. So as always, I'll have to give it another listen, but as of right now, it's fine. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. As of right now, because you're asking, Stagnation is my favorite. But that's as of right now. Who knows? It may change in a few weeks or so. The lyrics. Tell me my life is about to begin. Tell me that I am a hero. Promise me all of your violent dreams. Light up your body with anger. Sounds to me like someone motivating their followers, motivating an army perhaps, like I said before, to uprise, to maybe do battle, to engage in some sort of war, because they say, it is time to destroy all this evil. Now when I give the word, get ready to fight for your freedom now. So is this a like literal evil, like something that most people would say is evil? Or is this just something that maybe they think is evil? Because evil is in the eye of the beholder, just as beauty is. To an extent. Some things are clearly not good, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And I'm only saying that because of the doubt that's put into our heads as the listener, when the protagonist, the leader of this army, when he's saying some of you are going to die. Martyrs, of course, to the freedom that I shall provide. So it's almost like, getting rid of one evil and maybe kind of replacing it with like another evil that doesn't think that they're evil, that thinks they're better, but they kind of end up being like the same thing. I mean, in verse 2, I'll give you the names of those you must kill. All must die with their children, carry their heads to the palace of old, hang them high, let the blood flow. Like, see, I think the protagonist is a little misguided in this one, So I think it's about a misguided protagonist, someone who wants to defeat the evil, but in defeating the evil, they become what they hated, they become the evil that they sought to get rid of. Gabriel says that the lyrics for The Knife were partly me, being a public schoolboy, rebelling against my background. I've been heavily influenced by a book on Gandhi at school, and I think that was part of the reason I became a vegetarian, as well as coming to believe in nonviolence as a form of protest. And I wanted to try and show how all violent revolutions inevitably end up with a dictator in power. Okay, so I get it. It's almost like not a protest song, but it's a song of like showing consequences of certain uprising, consequences that we've seen in history. How a violent protest, how a violent revolution doesn't necessarily solve the problem. It may replace one evil with another. So I think that comes across very well. I like the way the lyrics are written. Like I said, I like the middle of the song. I don't know about the outsides. We'll see. I have to listen to it again. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. I definitely want to know your thoughts on the song. I want to know your thoughts on the album. Is this your favorite song? Why is it your favorite song? Is it not your favorite song? Is it somewhere in the middle? I don't know. As always, I thank you for joining me in the comments and for watching all these videos with me. Thank you for following me on Twitter as well. Don't forget that if you've enjoyed any of the videos and you made it this far, to subscribe if you'd like, to like the videos, to share the videos, and all of that stuff. I hope that you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for your financial support on the channel as well. And I will talk to you later. Bye.